Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are diving headfirst into one of the most talked about smartphones of the year, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro. A device that boldly enters the mid-range arena, armed with serious specs, sleek design, and a price tag that seems almost too good to be true. But is it really the budget king people are calling? Or is it just another pretty face hiding mid-range mediocrity? We're going to take this phone apart, figuratively, of course, and explore every inch of what it offers. Performance, camera, design, software, value, and whether this phone is worth your hard-earned money in 2025. Let's get into it. Right out of the box, the Redmi Note 14 Pro gives a striking first impression. It's clear that Xiaomi is no longer just trying to look premium. They've nailed it. This year, the build combines a glass back with a matte aluminum frame. It feels more flagship than ever before. At 8mm thin and around 190G, it hits that sweet spot. Light enough to be comfortable, solid enough to feel durable. You've got minimal bezels, a centered punch-hole camera, and a flat display with subtle chamfered edges that scream refinement. Xiaomi also introduced new colorways this year: frosted lavender, onyx black, glacier blue, and an exclusive aurora mist finish that reflects different tones depending on the angle of light. In terms of design language, they're borrowing from their premium siblings like the Xiaomi 14 and even the Mix Fold series, which brings an identity that's distinct yet familiar. The Redmi Note 14 Pro sports a stunning 6.78-inch AMOLED display with a 1.5K resolution. That's 2712 by 1220 pixels. The refresh rate? A buttery smooth 120 Hz, with adaptive refresh for better power efficiency. It also supports 240 Hz touch sampling, perfect for gamers. Xiaomi's using an improved AMOLED panel that hits up to 1,800 nits peak brightness, which is flagship-level territory. It makes HDR content pop, and outdoor visibility is excellent even under direct sunlight. We're also getting Dolby Vision and HDR10+ support with Widevine L1 certification, meaning you'll be able to stream Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus in full HD with all the bells and whistles. Color accuracy has improved dramatically over previous models. Whether you're editing photos, watching movies, or scrolling social media, it's vibrant, calibrated, and a joy to use. Under the hood, we're looking at the Snapdragon 7's Gen 2 chipset, a solid, efficient performer built on a 4nm process. Xiaomi claims it offers a 20% performance boost over the Redmi Note 13 Pro. It's paired with up to 12GB LPDDR5 RAM and 256GB UFS 3.1 storage. In real-world use, multitasking is snappy. Apps load quickly. Gaming? Smooth. You can play titles like PUBG Mobile, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Mobile on high settings with very few frame drops. Thermals are also handled quite well thanks to the new vapor chamber cooling system. Sustained gaming sessions don't throttle the performance the way some older Redmi devices did. Geekbench scores aside, what matters most is how it feels. And it feels responsive, fluid, and reliable day after day. Here's where things get really interesting. The Redmi Note 14 Pro comes with a 200MP main sensor. Yes, you heard that right. Powered by the Samsung HP3 sensor with f/1.65 aperture, OIS, and 4-in-1 pixel binning. Photos in daylight are crisp, colorful, and detailed. Low-light performance is solid, with the OIS making a real difference this year. Night mode 2.0 uses AI algorithms to brighten shadows without blowing out highlights. The 8MP ultra-wide camera offers decent dynamic range, although sharpness drops off toward the edges. Still, it's more than usable for landscape and group shots. A 2MP macro lens is there, but let's be honest, it's more of a checkbox feature than a practical tool. On the front, a 16MP selfie camera gets the job done. It's AI-enhanced, with better skin tone, rendering, and more natural bokeh effects during portrait mode selfies. Video recording caps at 4K 30 frames per second on the rear and 1080p on the front. Stabilization is okay. Not exceptional, but serviceable for casual vloggers. The Redmi Note 14 Pro houses a 5,100 milliamp hours battery, slightly larger than last year's model. And thanks to MIUI's optimization, you're looking at 6.5 to 7 hours of screen-on time. Power users will easily make it through a full day, while moderate users might stretch it into a second day. Charging is another win. With 67W turbocharging, you go from 0 to 100 in around 44 minutes. No wireless charging here, but that's expected at this price point. And yes, Xiaomi includes the 67W charger in the box. No cost cutting there, at least not yet. Here's where things get a little more subjective. The Redmi Note 14 Pro runs HyperOS, Xiaomi's new software based on Android 14. It's a spiritual successor to MIUI, but with better system fluidity, less bloat, and faster animations. That said, some of the usual culprits remain: pre-installed apps, occasional ads, and system apps, though they can be disabled, and delayed major Android updates. However, Xiaomi is promising 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security patches. That's a massive step forward for the Note series and gives buyers more long-term value. HyperOS brings dynamic theming, improved multitasking, and tighter integration with Xiaomi's ecosystem, especially if you own other devices like a Mi Pad or Mi Band. Let's talk pricing. The Redmi Note 14 Pro starts at around $279 globally, with higher-end variants going up to $349. And at that price, it's punching well above its weight. You're getting flagship-grade brightness, Snapdragon 7's Gen 2 power, a huge battery, and fast charging, premium design. Compared to something like the Galaxy A55 or Pixel 7a, the Redmi Note 14 Pro offers more raw specs per dollar. Sure, you might miss out on the Pixel's image processing or Samsung's longer update promise, but Xiaomi gives you far more hardware for less money. So where does this leave us? The Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro is not just another budget phone. It's a symbol of how far affordable smartphones have come. It delivers on nearly every front. And while it's not perfect, the trade-offs are reasonable. Yes, the macro lens is basically useless. Yes, MIUI, or HyperOS, still isn't everyone's cup of tea. But when you consider the full package, performance, camera, display, battery, and price, it's hard to argue with what Xiaomi is offering here. It's not just a mid-range contender. It's a mid-range disruptor. So that's the full story on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 14 Pro. If you're looking for a smartphone under $300 that feels twice as expensive, this might be your next device. If you made it this far into the video, first of all, you're a legend. Drop a comment letting me know what feature you value most in a smartphone today. Is it camera, display, battery, software? I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another deep dive like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.